Okay, you're on.
Hi Sandy, hi Rosie, hi guys. Kelly, I will write you back as soon as I am done with the Bible reading. I see that you have messaged. Cindy messaged also. I heard the phone whistle, so let's see what was going on. It's always whistling at me. Never had a phone do that before. Makes me feel really attractive. Sherm heard it was in the bedroom the other night charging, and Sherm heard somebody in the bedroom. He thought it was somebody in the bedroom. And it was my phone. And he looks in there and goes, starts whistling back at it, and I just busted out laughing. It was fun. He had to have been. It's the only time I ever feel hot. It's when my phone whistles at me. It's pretty sad. It's pretty cool. You said, thanks for setting it up that way, Kelly. Makes me feel good about myself. I get a little whistle every day. Ooh, yeah, I must be looking good today. Yeah. Look at my new ring, guys. It is a cameo stretch ring. They're always tight on my fingers, but this one's actually looser. Cindy got this for me. She took us to town today, but she had got this the other day. And she brought it out and gave it to me today. She got it off somebody, flea market or somewhere, and they was selling these, and they had a bunch of other ones, different decorations. They were selling for only $1. And I buy these stretch rings online, usually for like $6 or more. And they had a whole bunch of them there for $1. And this pretty camo one was one of them. Wow, I probably would have bought a whole bunch of them if I would have seen them. I would have got you one, Kelly. Alright. Matthew chapter 23, verse 13, reading through verse 39 today. We are 7 woes on the teachers of the law and the Pharisees. Now we know how many times, how many chapters, how many verses have we read just here this week? Just here this week, where the Pharisees, the elders, the teachers of the law, the Sadducees have all been always trying to trap Jesus in what he's saying and trying to, get people to turn against him and have him killed and everything else. So, but they have not got to do that. Jesus always won up on them every time. So let's see what goes on today. Doesn't sound too good for them, does it? Let's see. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You shut the door of the kingdom of heaven in people's faces. You yourselves do not enter, nor will you let those enter who are trying to. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You travel over land and sea to win a single convert, and when you have succeeded, you make them twice as much a child of hell as you are. Woe to you, blind guides! You say, if anyone swears by the temple, it means nothing. But anyone who swears by the gold of the temple is bound by that oath. You blind fools! Which is greater, the gold or the temple that makes the gold sacred? You also say, if anyone swears by the altar, it means nothing. But anyone who swears by the gift of the altar is bound by that oath. You blind men! Which is greater, the gift or the altar that makes the gift sacred? Therefore, anyone who swears by the altar swears by it and everything on it. And anyone who swears by the temple swears by it and by the one who dwells in it. And anyone who swears by heaven swears by God's throne and by the one who sits on it. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You give 1/10 of your spices, mint, dill, and cumin, but have neglected the more important matters of the law, justice, mercy, and faithfulness. You should have practiced the latter without neglecting the former. You blind guides. You strain out a gnat, but swallow a camel. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You clean the outside of the cup and dish, but inside they are full of greed and self-indulgence. Blind Pharisee! First clean the inside of the cup and dish, and then the outside also will be clean. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You are like whitewashed tombs, which look beautiful on the outside, but on the inside are full of bones of the dead and everything unclean. In the same way, on the outside you appear to people as righteous, but on the inside you are full of hypocrisy and wickedness. Woe to you, teachers of the law and Pharisees, you hypocrites! You build tombs for the prophets and decorate the graves of the righteous. And you say, if you had lived in the days of our ancestors, we would not have taken part in them in shedding the blood of the prophets. So you testify against yourselves that you are the descendants of those who murdered the prophets. Go ahead then and complete what your ancestors started. You snakes! You brood of vipers! How will you escape being condemned from hell? Therefore I am sending you prophets and sages and teachers, some of them who will kill and crucify. Others you will flog in your synagogues and pursue from town to town. And so upon you will come all the righteous blood that has been shed on earth, from the blood of the righteous Abel to the blood of Zechariah, son of Berechiah, whom you murdered between the temple and the altar. Truly I tell you, all this will come on this generation. Jerusalem, Jerusalem, you who kill the prophets and stone those sent to you, how often I have longed to gather your children together, as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, and tell you, and you were not willing. Look, your house is left to you desolate, for I tell you, you will not see me again until you say, blessed is he who comes in the name of the Lord. So they really got a harsh lesson here, the harsh talking to. And to them, of course, at this time it makes no sense to them. But later on, it will. And that's where we're starting with Matthew for today. And our psalm today, guys, is Psalm 28, a Psalm of David. To you, Lord, I call. You are my rock. Do not turn a deaf ear to me. For if you remain silent, I will be like those who go down to the pit. Hear my cry for mercy as I call to you for help, as I lift my hands high toward your most holy place. Do not drag me away with the wicked, with those who do evil, who speak cordially with their neighbors, but harbor malice in their hearts. Repay them for their deeds and their evil work. Repay them for what their hands have done, and bring back on them what they deserve, because they have no regard for the deeds of the Lord and what his hands have done. He will tear them down and never build them up again. Praise be to the Lord, for he has heard my cry for mercy. The Lord is my strength and my shield. My heart trusts in him, and he helps me. My heart leaps for joy, and with my song I praise him. The Lord is the strength of his people, a fortress of salvation for his anointed one. Save your people and bless your inheritance by their shepherd, and carry them forever. And that was a beautiful Psalm of David, which was Psalm 28. And ending today's Bible reading, we are going to read Proverbs chapter 7, verses 1 through verse 5, which is once again warning against the adulterous woman. My son, keep my words and store up my commands within you. Keep my commands and you will live. Guard my teachings as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers. Write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and to insight, you are my relative. They will keep you from the adulterous woman, from the wayward woman with her seductive words. Alright guys, that was today's Bible reading. I hope it touched your guys' hearts. I hope you guys have a blessed evening and a great weekend ahead. Let's bring those souls to Jesus, and God willing, I'll see you guys again tomorrow with another Bible reading. Bye guys. God bless.